from the Bath Authority Studios.
100.7 WMMS, Cleveland.
His name is Alan, and he's giving stuff away.
We're going to go see Pop Evil and Bad Wolves. They're crisscrossing these United States, co-headlining the Animal Instinct Tour. And it's going to come to Cleveland on Thursday night, November the 12th. They're going to play over at Temple Live, the Cleveland Masonic. Ticketmaster.com with the info. If you want to buy tickets, whatever. You get my last pair this week. Right now, for caller 10, good luck. Pop Evil and Bad Wolves. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Who needs broadcasting awards?
I like the sound of my own voice award.
When you've won World's Sexiest and 5 years in a row.
And the winner is
Alan Cox.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Al and I am almost 74 years old, and I have never watched the Hallmark Channel. Is that a septuagenarian flex, you think, if you're that age and you can proudly tell people that you've never watched anything on the Hallmark Channel? I haven't either. I mean, it's maybe irrespective of age. There are probably girls in their late 20s, early 30s who love that kind of stuff. You know, like pumpkin spice latte, that vibe. Seems to be what the Hallmark Channel is going for. And if that's your thing, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, Monday on the show, afternoon is when we're on. And I'm going to have the full details for you because people have been hitting me up and asking me, and I just wanted to make sure that the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed. I will have details for you on this season's Cox Out pregame parties. We do it when the Browns are out of town. This year, we're going to be featuring the Bud Light Football Face-Off Tournament. This is going to be you tossing balls, trying to get yourself to Vegas. Grand prize winner wins the trip to Vegas to represent Buzzard and Cleveland in the Bud Light Football Face-Off Tournament finals. And then the person who wins the whole thing in Vegas, there's nothing saying that can't be you, goes to the big game. You know what game I'm talking about, Bill? The big game.
Yep.
It's in New Orleans this year, where the Saints play. Was that the Saint Dome? Superdome. So I will have the full schedule and all the information. I will tell you that the very first Cox Out pregame is going to be Sunday the 15th. I'll be at the Parma Tavern from noon to 2. And we're going to kind of rotate our locations. But Parma Tavern is always great to do a Cox Out with Bud Light because the place is packed out, get to hang with a wide variety of Parmanians, and it's just a good hang, right? The food's good, the bartenders are attentive, and it's fun. So that very first Cox Out is going to be Sunday, September 15th at the Parma Tavern, but Monday afternoon I will have the entire schedule for you at WMMS.com. But I'm looking forward to it, and it'll be a lot of fun. That I can guarantee you. Talking about top of the show, Mary wove this tale that, if you'll pardon the pun, that really pulled me in. Mm-hmm. Bill and I were both flabbergasted, and then
we could hardly keep up.
It was determined that we had the wool pulled over our eyes. Mary told a story about her father's prized beagle, who upon his death had the paw removed, encased in a lucite brick, and installed into the wall of his house. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was in rapt attention listening to this story, and that's the mark of any good storyteller. She's allergic to deception, Bill.
My own BS.
That's why she's sneezing. She's back on her bull shrimp. She said it was all fake.
Mm-hmm. And then shamed us for believing women.
Yep. I did.
We were.
She's like, I can't believe you believe me.
Yeah, why?
We've been told to believe you guys.
Why must we be? Shame. Why must we be chastised?
Shame.
For doing something that we've been asked to do.
You're dumb.
Wow. This is how you get us second guessing ourselves.
Yeah.
And not wanting to believe anybody.
Point.
Yeah.
Just put a seed of doubt in that little brain.
It what? What was that?
Put a seed of doubt. I
a
planted
seed of doubt.
Seed
You
of
did.
doubt.
You did
in your
plant a seed
brain.
of doubt. Well, the ground there is, it's not that fertile,
I know it's
our
old.
brains. But I didn't say old.
Well, that's why it's not as fertile. It's not fresh.
I was reading about a British woman who found out that her cat had died while she was on vacation. So she came back, had the cat cremated, and then her cat strolled back into her house through the pet door. Her cat did not die. It was another cat that looked exactly like her cat. So on the one hand, she's all happy, but on the other hand, I'm like, she just cremated another person's cat.
Yeah.
I want to hear from them in this story, not her.
Also,
I
how did
couldn't
it
believe me cat didn't die. Ted
just-
the cat.
came into her house to die?
Ted's a great name for a pet.
Ted's pretty good.
My brother's dog's name is Ted.
Have you met Ted?
So it's been a roller coaster of emotions. On holiday, and we're told that our cat has passed away. And 4 days later, we find out that he's actually alive and walked through the cat flap.
I hate everything about that. I hate cat flap. I actually do like on holiday, but
I'll
all
show
of it,
you
yeah.
a cat flap.
Yeah!
baby.
All right, man. Yeah.
Oh.
Keep up, Bill.
Yep.
Listen,
Come on. Keep up.
I think that's the first time you've told a joke that made me blush a little.
Really?
I mean, Mary's not really going for stuff like that. And I was like, oh, jeez. Don't call it a cat flap.
Call it whatever I want. It's
See,
mine.
this is what I was talking about yesterday. If Mary's in the room, I have to keep the two of these apart.
I'll leave right now. You make that joke one more time.
You
Alan.
said I'll show you a cat flap.
I was talking to the general you, like the audience.
The
The au-
general you.
Yeah,
The
he's
audience-
Japanese.
Yeah.
BillSquire.com for tickets.
Yeah. Where am I at? Imposters tonight.
Where am I at?
Tomorrow I'm in Willoughby.
Mhm.
BillSquire.com. Get those
Yep.
tickets. Let's sell these out.
Willoughby, back to the scene of the crime.
Oh, yeah.
The gazebo
The
crime.
gazebo.
Bill and all 10 of his fingers will be back
Mhm.
in the friendly confines of Willoughby, Ohio.
You buy a ticket, you can smell them for free.
Mary, your thoughts?
Be out there pressing cat flaps. As merch.
Now that's how you yes and. Yesterday you were just all brr, 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 but today you
Dude,
yes
don't tell me.
and.
First of all, don't tell me what I am. Second of all,
Don't
Thank
maresplain her to her.
yeah.
She's trying to keep up with us.
No, you guys are behind. I'm light years ahead of you in comedic timing, in delivery, in quality of joke.
And you
So-
can't get anybody to hang with you after
I don't ask anybody to hang.
shows from that cat flap. Anyway, again, this is supposed to be a feel-good story, but all I could think was this woman cremated another person's cat. Nikki Knight is the woman, and her beloved cat, Ted, walked into her house after she thought she had cremated him while she was in Turkey on a holiday. The message came through her mobile phone while she was relaxing by the pool. And she burst into tears when the neighbor's children called to FaceTime her and held up her cat's dead body.
Oh, my God.
As proof, they said that they had found Ted the cat dead in their garden pond. And of course, the woman's grief-stricken. She calls her cat sitter, who apparently had not been sitting well enough, to tell her about the tragedy, and then arranged for Ted, the now deceased cat, to be cremated. She called a pet crematorium, and it cost her 130 pounds. And she said it really ruined our holiday. She was with her husband and their 4 children. See, I just thought she was a single cat lady. You know, one of those women that J.D. Vance hates.
Right.
Who are ruining the world. But she's married, she's got kids. And so they were collectively upset that Ted the cat was gone. But then she was at work one day, and her sister or somebody was at her house and flipped out because she said that Ted just walked in the house and dropped a dead mouse onto the carpet as a homecoming gift. So the family's like, oh, this is so exciting, but also, whose cat did they cremate?
Well, could have just been a stray.
Could have been, yes. Could have been.
In the pond, which is probably an outdoor cat.
But the pet crematorium gave her an entire, they probably don't call it a goodie bag, but like a swag bag, like a memory bag, right? It had the ashes in it, the cat, as yet unknown. It had the framed paw print. They give you nose prints. Because obviously, this is just a lifeless animal. You don't have to fight this thing to get the prints at all. They give you but just as a little bit of guidance here for somebody who might consider having their pet cremated. See, I've never had to live through. I've had a series of pets, but just because of the intricacies of adult relationships and such, I've never had to live through the death of a pet.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, well, the very first dog I ever had was with a girlfriend. We broke up. She got the dog.
Oh.
When I got divorced, my ex-wife, I wasn't going to fight her for the dog because that was my children's dog. So I didn't live through the death of that dog. I was not there when they put her down, all that kind of stuff. The dog that I have now, this will be the first dog that I've ever had to deal with dying.
Wow.
Directly. Our dog is 13. And by all accounts, according to our veterinarian, she's in great shape, right? Walk her all the time. She gets plenty of exercise, feed her well, all that. But any 13-year-old pet has got more days behind it than ahead of it.
Yeah.
So I will be dealing, whenever that happens, I will be dealing with that alongside my daughter, who will be losing her first pet. So I'm just saying that the number of dogs that I've had in my life, I have yet to deal directly with having that animal die.
I am going to be a train wreck when my cat dies. I already know that. Like,
how old is your cat?
She's 10. But cats can live to be like 25.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think average age is like somewhere 15, 18 years, something like
and
that.
And the irony is, if you were to die before her, she wouldn't care a whit.
Yes, she would.
Would not.
She loves me so
She'd
much,
eat your
dude.
face if you died in the house.
No.
And if you were somewhere else and were hit, she wouldn't even know you were gone.
Nah.
Wouldn't even know. You know, you see these heartwarming stories about, like, canine dogs or dogs.
As opposed to what? A
service
feline dog?
Service animal. Sorry, no, I meant canine, like the police dogs. Canine dogs. Or service animals, right? When their owner or their master dies, they're like laying near the casket, or they walk hundreds of miles back to the house. Cats couldn't care less. That's why people.
Know.
That's why people
You've never
get
had
them.
A cat, dude.
I've had plenty of relationships with people who have cats.
But
it's not like you don't know cats. Everybody knows cats.
You have never had a cat.
That's
You've
why
never
people.
Been a cat
that's
owner.
why my point is, the reason people get cats is because they're low maintenance. That's why they get them.
But that doesn't mean they don't love you. They can be low maintenance and still have an attachment and love you.
Because you feed them.
I don't understand how it's such a different thing than a dog. You feed a dog and it has an attachment.
They just
to you.
are.
No, but in your brain, it's like cats are these horrible, terrible creatures who don't deserve love or attention or affection.
I'm not saying anything close to that. I'm saying
that's your general
you can't
attitude.
be disingenuous about the distinct differences in demeanor between cats and dogs. People get cats.
Because
if you were to put a cat and a dog in front of somebody, the questionnaire they'd have to put in their own mind is, how is this going to fit into my life? And people go, well, I can't have a dog. That's a lot of time and energy. You got to walk it. You got to do this, blah, blah, blah. But conceivably, the payoff is all this other great stuff. Cats are for people who don't want a high-maintenance pet. I'm not talking about they don't love you. I mean...
Well, that is what you're saying.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You just said when a person dies, a cat couldn't give a crap.
Because it's going to eat you.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
It's not even a true story.
There are
It's
nonstop
never happened.
Stories and evidence of cats eating people.
Circumstantial evidence.
If it happened one time, it would be an anomaly. But it happens all the time.
Okay, listen. My point is, just because an animal is independent doesn't mean they are incapable of love.
I didn't say that they weren't. I'm just saying that I think people are lying to themselves. People don't want to say, I want a pet. I don't want to do a lot with it.
You're saying two different things because this originally started by you saying cats don't care about you. Cats don't love people. Cats are stupid.
Well, first of all, I never said stupid. I don't know anything about their intelligence. Never said stupid. Never said they don't. Never said they don't love you. I just said, hey, they're gonna eat you if you were to die before your cat. You ever see pictures of cats laying down by the coffin?
No, people don't generally take cats to funerals.
Because they don't take dogs either, but these are service animals. You ever see a cat as a service animal?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Stop it.
Constantly.
Where?
There's cats on leashes here. All kinds of stuff.
That's a hipster affectation.
You don't
cat
know
on a
anything.
leash. Do they have these service animal vests on?
Yes.
Well, then I guess I stand corrected. My apologies.
Got him, Mary. Good job.
You don't like cats because they can't be controlled, and you have control issues. That's why you don't like cats.
There are a lot of dogs that can't be controlled.
Dogs are easier to train than cats are, and I think that's what it boils down to.
I'll take your word for it. Again, like you said, I've never had a cat.
But you've been in relationships with plenty of people who have cats.
Yes, but I'm not there to train them, is what I'm saying. So I will
you're
take
there to
your
make
word for
opinions
it.
and say
I'm
things
agreeing
like
with you.
Okay.
I'm saying that people get cats because they go, well, I'm gone a lot. They'll be fine. They clean up after themselves, and I still get a pet.
Why is that a bad thing?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying that when you tell me there's no difference, I'm illustrating for you the very distinct differences between cat and dog ownership.
I'm not saying there's no difference. I'm saying there's no difference in the capability of them to love you. Because your whole argument was if you died, your cat couldn't care less. And I'm saying that's not true.
No. I meant your cat. I didn't mean all cats.
Specifically
yes.
Duchess. Okay, got it. Well, you're incorrect.
That wasn't the royal you. That was the Mary you.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. You named her after royalty.
I named her after a beer.
Duchess beer?
Duchess de Bourgeonnais. It was a sour beer.
Oh, why didn't you name her Bourgeonnais?
Well, I didn't want to name her. I want to call her Duchess.
Bourgeonnais. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, what's going on, Alan?
How are you?
Good. I just wanted to call and tell Mary she completely is wrong. Cats will eat a human being. And
what do you
it's
do?
happened. So my girlfriend is a leasing manager for an apartment complex. In the 20 years of her being there, it has happened 3 times. And the reason is because cats' tongues are so sandpaperish, they will continue to lick you when they're searching for food or want you to give them food. When you don't wake up, they will eventually get to the blood, which will cause them to have animal instincts and start eating you.
Wait, is that what it is? That the tongue, because of the surface of the tongue after you're dead and starting to decompose, it's the licking that gets them there? They're not like biting into you or anything?
No, it's the licking.
Wow.
And it will literally tear their skin, and it's just animal instinct once they get to that blood, and they're searching for food. That's the reason they're licking you. That's their telltale sign of, hey, I need fed or something like that.
Mary, Duchess is going to be licking your cat flap if you die
fine.
before.
I won't know I'm dead. Both of you can chew on this piece of evidence. A 2015 study found that in 24% of all cases, dogs begun eating their dead masters in less than 24 hours. So this is not a cat thing. This says dogs will chew up faces, cats will gnaw their way into a chest cavity. Hamsters have even been known to build nests from strips of their owner's skin.
Oh, my God.
So you need to drop the whole cats will eat you thing, because this says dogs. Dogs do it too. That they do it in a quarter of the time in less than a day, that a dog will eat your face off.
See,
so
dogs are even more efficient.
You're annoying.
What did you Google, by the way?
Do dogs eat people after they die?
You're burying the lead. I was like, oh, I got to hear what she actually put into Google. Will a dog eat a person? Hey, Scott. And so the answer is unequivocally yes.
This says pretty much any animal. It doesn't matter what type of animal, an animal's going to eat you.
All right. Scott.
Oh, hey, what's going on, man?
What's up?
So my thing with the dog and the whole cat thing, like, a reason the dog lays next to the owner's casket is because without that owner, the dog is helpless. The dog's going to die. It's not going to eat. It's not going to take care of itself. The cat, on the other hand, like, let's say your cat runs away and it's missing for 3 weeks. It's surviving off animals it's killing, finding its own food, being smart enough to be totally self-sufficient. Dogs, on the other hand, 9 out of 10 times are going to be dead.
Wow.
Yeah, suck it.
So the cats are more independent and thereby able to avoid any manner of things that might
Fend for themselves.
fend for themselves.
Yeah, they can fend for themselves. Like that dog without its handler is helpless.
You little simp dog who doesn't know how to exist
All
without
right.
you.
Yeah, I
Little
see.
simp dog
Yeah.
needs to have its master, you know?
I see.
Owner died.
Cats could care less. I do agree with Alan saying, like, cats kind of don't care about the owners, but at the same time, they really don't need us.
Okay. Well, maybe I've turned a corner here, Scott. Maybe you've opened my eyes a little
Called
bit.
facts.
This may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. This is last goddamn time. I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is that's up tempo, and I got to talk about a fucking dog dying.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and your favorite smart device. Just tell it to play the Alan Cox Show.